Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode. My name's Mark, and on this channel we talk about tech, life, culture, and we teach you the rules of the money game and how to become a better you. In this video, we're going to look at 5 principles that my millionaire mentor, 𝗦𝗣𝗘𝗞𝗦, took straight out of the Bible that helped him become a first-generation cash flow millionaire. So when it comes to the Bible, what are some things that you think about this book? Do you look at it as an ancient manuscript filled with prophecy and filled with scriptures to live by? Do you look at it as a historical book, a book of reference of things that happened in the past? Do you look at it like it's your basic instruction before leaving Earth? And maybe some of you guys don't realize this, but the Bible is filled with practical knowledge, application, and wisdom that you can actually use in your everyday life. Matter of fact, the Bible teaches financial principles and principles to help you become wealthy and prosperous, and even entrepreneurship and success and business principles are found in this book they call the Bible. And in this video, we're going to look at a clip of 𝗦𝗣𝗘𝗞𝗦's video he just produced on his YouTube channel, 7 Figure Squad. Go ahead and check that channel as well. He just did a recent Vlogsmas, a vlog for Christmas, where he uncovered 5 principles that he took from a parable out of the New Testament. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into this and see what Matt has to say.
I applied it because I was going through a lot of trauma, mental trauma, obviously a trauma of just a bad mental space of where I was mentally post-military. Started diving into the Bible. And what I realized, that if I wanted to live a happy life, a wealthy life, a prosperous life, there's values and principles inside this book. It's more than just, your typical stories that you hear at Christmas time and Santa Claus and Christmas time, hallelujah, that type of stuff. No, there's rules and laws here that transcend the test of time, at least in my opinion. I think many others that are watching this video may share the same opinion too as well. But I never looked at the Bible as an instruction manual to seek stories and examples of success. And one of the examples of success was in Matthew 25 in the New Testament. Matthew 25 starts at verse 14. It's called the parable of the talents. So the parable of talents goes like this, and I'll paraphrase here throughout this video, but it begins with a master. He had lined up his servants. He's about to go on a long journey. And so he lines up his servants and said, listen, I'm about to go on a journey, but I want to see what you do with money. I want to give you talents, which is money. Talents is money. It's an equivalent factor. And he said, I'm going to give you money, talents, according to your ability. So line it up, 1, 2, 3. One he gave 5 talents, the other one he gave 2 talents, and the other he gave 1 talent according to scripture, according to his ability, underlined to his ability. I'll reference that here in a second. And then he left. And immediately, as soon as the master left, the one who got 5 talents, he went to work. Boom, 5, he turned into another 5. The same thing happened when they got 2. So he's got 2 talents, boom, he immediately went to work, turned into 2. The one that got 1 talent, again, according to the ability, got 1 talent. And what did? He didn't turn 1 into another 1. He turned 1 and he was fearful and he buried it in the ground. He buried it. Why? Operated out of fear. Make a long story short, the master returns. He says, what'd you do with my money? What'd you do with my talents? He says, master, I took the 5 talents and immediately made another 5 talents. So I'm giving you a total of 10 talents back. Wow. Master says, my good and faithful servant, what you've done with the least, you'll be blessed with the most. To one, he gave 2 talents, again, according to his ability. He says, what'd you do with my money? What'd you do with my talents? He says, listen, I took your 2 and I made it to 2 as well. So here's a total of 4 talents back at you. Again, he says, wow, my good and faithful servant, which you've been trusted with the least, you'll be blessed with the most. And now the drama starts to increase. It goes, hey, you, the one I gave 1. But basically, I gave you 1 talent according to his ability. What'd you do with my money? What'd you do with my talents? He says, master, I know what type of guy you are. Again, I'm paraphrasing. He goes, I know what type of guy you are. You just make money out of nowhere. You create things, you make things happen. Nobody knows how you do, but you just make things happen. I know the type of guy you are. And listen, man, I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of the way you do things. And I just don't want to lose what you gave me. So instead of making 1-to-1 like the other 2 did, and I should have watched them, guess what he says? He says in verse 25, I was afraid and went out and hid your talent in the ground. He says, see, here's what belongs to you. So he just returned him his 1 talent. Master replies, you wicked and lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed. Well then, you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers so that when I returned, at least it would have gained some interest. That's what he's saying. He said, listen, you should have put my money to work somehow, some way. Even if you didn't want to do it, at least the bankers would have done something with it. They would have gotten some interest when I came back. And so what he did is he took that talent, he took the one talent, gave that servant, gave it to the one who made the most with it. And he says this in this verse, check this out. He says in verse 29, for everyone who has will be given more, and he will have abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has, will be taken from him. And here's the last part about this. He says, and throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness when they'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Wow. What an end to that parable. What an end to that story.
We'll go ahead and dive into it. If you want to check out the full video, I think it's about 20 minutes long. You can jump on his channel and watch the full video. But these are the takeaways that I pulled out from his video, and I want to share them with you right now. The number one thing that he took away was that most people in life are driven by fear, and they're driven by fear versus faith. Remember, fear is, being have a scarcity mindset, being afraid that something's going to be taken away from you. Having faith is believing in something that's not yet there, but believing as if it already is there. That's having faith in something. And so a couple of things I want to point out about these people in the parable is when the master went and gave, what did they immediately go ahead and do? They went out and they earned double what they had been given. And they went back and they went and gave it to the master, and the master was very happy and very pleased with what they did. But that one dude that took the one talent didn't do anything with it because he lived in fear and he was afraid of what the master was going to say. A lot of times we can equate this to when we get money. Sometimes what we do with our money is we'll stash it under a pillow, or we'll stash it in a closet, or we'll stash it in our bank account, and we won't necessarily do anything with it because we're afraid what? We're going to get taxed on it. We're afraid the government's going to come take it. We're afraid that, a big expense is going to happen. We're going to lose all our money. A market crash is going to happen. The economy is going to go down. And so people try to just hoard and hoard and hoard their money. Right now in 2020, we're in a coin shortage. Why are we in a coin shortage? Because not many people are using dollar bills and coins out in circulating, the economy right now. Where are all the coins? I don't know. Maybe they're in somebody's piggy bank or somebody's jar, or maybe they're just sitting in a drawer. There's a little bit of fear and uncertainty and doubt. Some people call it FUD, F-U-D, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, because of all of the, the pandemic that's happening and the elections, and nobody really knows what's going to happen. So a lot of people live in fear, just like this one servant did. He lived in fear. He didn't do anything with that one talent that the master gave him, and look what happened. It was taken away from him because he had that clutched hand. It was taken away from him, and it was given to the other ones that actually did something with it. Number two, earning interest. So these servants that were given the money, two of them out of the three, two of them went and earned interest on what they were given. And then when they brought it back, there was a return. There was a return on ROI, a return on interest that the master was able to say, hey, my good and faithful servant, here you go. You can, whatever you gave back to me, you can be given. I'll give it back to you. You were faithful in what the little that I did give you. Now here is much. And number three is ability. The master gave these talents according to their ability. When it came to the person that he gave one talent to, it's apparent that he couldn't fully trust, but he still wanted to give the benefit of the doubt. Are you trustworthy with your money? Are you trustworthy with your finances? What do you do as soon as you get that paycheck? Do you go and spend it and blow it on video games and go get the latest, greatest gadgets? Number four is going to be, what are you doing with the least? Are you turning the least into the most? I think that really breaks down to your mentality, your mindset. Are your hands wide open? I think it really talks about stewardship. Are you a good steward with what you have? Think about it this way. If you're a teenager and you get a brand new car, do you beat up on that car? Do you clean that car? Do you let it kind of get dirty and junky and you don't care? Do you throw your clothes all over the car? Or are you a good steward with that car? Are you taking care of it? Are you cleaning it? Are you waxing it? Are you making sure all the garbage is taken out of it? being a good steward. What do you do with the little that you do have? If you take care of the little that you do have, God's going to reward you with much, much, much more. And it all comes back to your mentality. And number 5, and the last one, and then we'll close up this video, is the servants in this parable were immediate. 2 out of the 3 were immediate. So what that means is, are you taking action? If you have been given something, if you've been given a talent, whether it's a monetary talent or if you've been given the talents that God has given you, are you using those talents or are you procrastinating? Are you saying, I'll get around to it. After the winter, I'll start working out. Or are you immediate in your action? If you know you're good at something, are you going and sharpening those skills? Are you going and developing yourself in that area? Are you reading books? Are you spending time around somebody that's already done it, a mentor or a coach? Are you becoming a better you? Well, if you haven't done so up to this point, guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I want to challenge you and challenge your mindset, challenge the way you live to help you become a better you. So I'm going to be sharing principles and things that I learn along the way and tips and tricks that I've learned from my mentor. He's a first-generation cash flow millionaire. He's the first millionaire in his family, and he did it all by himself. He's a self-taught, self-learned first-generation millionaire. And it's not all about money, but it is about success. And this guy is the epitome of success. He came from a broken, single father home where he was raising his kids, didn't have $20 in his bank account. And you'll see more of his story if you go and watch his video on his channel. But man, he was run down. He didn't have anything until he had a change in his mindset. And he decided to do things a little different. He decided to go opposite of the way that everybody else was going. So guys, if you found any value in this video, please go ahead and drop a comment down below. I want to hear some of the things that you took away from this. Let me know some of the things you agree with. Even if you disagree, let me know in the comments. If you would do several things for me, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Click the little bell so you never miss a video. Smash the like button and then go ahead and share this video with your network, your social media accounts, so that more people can hear the things that we're talking about in these videos, and I would greatly appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, live well, laugh a little louder, and learn to be a better you. We'll see you guys in the next video.